Hey, how are you doing? Well, I just want to go over our private group a little bit here on Checkmate the Matrix. So we've been working on our very own chatbot for quite a while, and now we've basically completed it. I mean, we're going to keep updating it as it gets better. It is what's called a beta testing program. So it will get improvements added to it, and we will sharpen its knowledge as well. This is a legal chatbot that's actually been trained and designed and created literally just for these legal issues that we have, like parking fines and well, you call them fines, but just so you know what I'm talking about. But they're not fines; they're actually charges for a breach of contract, but also on debt, be it the from credit cards, bank loans, unsecured debt, that type of thing. But it's also really good at tackling utility bills, that type of stuff there. And, not saying how you not pay, but how to actually deal with the companies, and also on the council tax side as well. And, all of the actual things that you would need to know while you're dealing with those types of things inside of our private group, Checkmate the Matrix. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to share my screen and show you our private group and show you, some of it I might have to blur out because there might be usernames, but still people's names that are in there on the community side, because it's broken down. You see, there's a community side, there's like where you can go in and make your own posts, chat with each other, but it's all private. It's not like going out to anybody else. And you can ask questions if you've got problems. You can, you're getting any issues that you can share, and people can help you with them. Also, you can do DMs, direct messages to each other, private messages to each other, and also obviously to myself, that's on there, where we're actually providing help. And the whole setup is on there. It's got a calendar of events where we have regular meetings every Thursday at 7:30, or live meetings that everyone can take part in, Q&As, and have presentations on the legal remedies, etc. And we're going to show you it. Now we've got this brand new classroom that we've just created, as well as some links on there that are for our chatbot. So the classrooms are like courses, some people would call them, but it's on a platform called school.com. So you get access to Checkmate the Matrix. You go into it using this platform called school.com, which it hosts our group. Okay, so it's just like the same as any other host. And you go in and you can actually get into the classrooms, and there's different classrooms for many, many different things. I'm going to show you. And one of them now includes the chatbot. So you can go in and you can ask it any questions, legal questions that you're actually having. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you it. Like I say, some of it might have to be blurred out just to protect names in case I have got the proper names in. A lot of them are just usernames, but we'll see. So let me go in and share the actual screen here. School on Checkmate the Matrix. There we go. So let's get that into there. Okay, so here we are. We come into the main screen, which is our community side. So you can see there it's got community, and down here this is where people are posting. These are the pinned posts for the main information onto there, and this is the new one that I've just done on how to use the new chatbot on Checkmate. So you can click on that and there's a video of exactly how to use it, and then there's people talking to each other, asking questions, helping each other, sharing their experiences, asking for help on certain things, and so forth and so on. Okay, so over on the right hand side we have Checkmate the Matrix, where it tells you all about. We just click on that and it shows you information about us. But then underneath we have our links, so you can become an affiliate for Checkmate, or you can see, look, it says check chatbot ask legal questions. It does actually say. So if you click on that link there, it will take you to it. All right, so there's a link on the right hand side, so you can come in with the link excuse me, click on that side there, and you can go straight down to it. But on the top we have our classrooms. So we're going to go into the classrooms, and you will see all the various different classrooms that we have. So as it goes all the way down, all right, so let's go over them. So we've got welcome to Checkmate the Matrix. It just actually shows you how to actually use the platform. There is our automated legal classroom. This is our Checkmate the Matrix legal chatbot. Then we have a recording of all our meetings. That's from 2024, actually 23 and 24. This is from 25. They all get, every Thursday we have a meeting. This is our trust and trustee handbook on how to actually create a trust, but also how to be a trustee, how to administer and enforce a trust. Then also linked to that is the trust creation, private trust. Then we also have Tommy the Trustworthy Tiger, which is a children's version of how to create trust or how to be a trustee. So that there is like we've got the animation in there and stories in there. And there's a series of books that's getting added, all children's books, by the way. So if we click on that, it takes you through, and it's got Tommy the Trustworthy Tiger and the Trust Tree. And that's Tommy in his martial arts suit, and that's his instructor or sensei, Master Drogo, and that's the Trust Tree. So that's how we do it. And we tell stories. You know, if we click on the actual ebook here, then the people can read the ebook. It's a flip ebook. Let's go back into the classrooms, and over here we have GDPR warfare, which is for our debt fighting. Also Checkmate the Matrix with equity. Then we have just a mindset, like be positive mindset. Our self-defense program. There is our digital business growth. So how to create a sovereign enterprise to escape the matrix. Crypto knowledge on there, how to actually create your own private club onto there, plus lots of different forms, legal and lawful, everything. So we've got our resources on there as well. And this is how to actually create a court-ready case, how to file your cases in court for N1s, etc. A lot of information in there. There is like spiritual information, really, the sovereign mastery on that part. Then we have our council tax side, then our private parking, parasite side, then we're how to actually file into a chancery. It's different. And this is our live event that we held in February 2025 at Newcastle upon Tyne, Checkmate the Matrix Live 2025. And we already have Checkmate the Matrix Live 2026 booked at the same venue. We know the people, everyone looks after us, we look after them. And it's really, really good. So if we go into here, right, and we just click this classroom, automated legal classroom, then we've got Checkmate the Matrix, legal lawful chatbot weapon, and now we're going to click there, and it's going to open our chatbot up. But it won't allow me StreamYard, right? Not our group, but StreamYard. When I'm videoing it, it won't switch over. So I'm going to stop sharing. And I'm going to open this up so I know where that is, and then I'm going to come back into StreamYard, and then I'm going to share the screen again. But so the StreamYard is just it's great, but it doesn't swap over. And I've done it before and done videos and been talking for 20 minutes, and then come back and people say that I can't see what you were showing us. All right, so I'm just going to share the screen again. Just let me quickly check, make sure I've got the right one there. There it is. So click share the screen again, and we will go on to our chat bot, which there it is. So it's very plain. How can I help you today? Checkmate the Matrix is ourselves, as we said. So we'll go down to the bottom and it's ask me anything. So this is, like I said, in the beta phase. It's a testing phase. So this is the first time that we've put it into the group, and it will only get better and better. So they will add on more facilities as well. So you can't, if you look there, you can't upload any documents. You will in the future. I bet you will, because they're improving everything all the time. So what we need to do is we need to ask it a question. So let's think, what would you, I mean, in this scenario, you would say what? Okay, I tell you what, let's say, please create SAR for Cabot. Let's say Cabot. Cabot and DCA. What do we say? The alleged they purchased my debt, so I want to use equity. GDPR, DPA 2018, and FCA regulations to request all my data. Let's make sure we make that part. All my data, including deed of assignment. Let's hopefully that they recognize what I mean by that DOA, an LIA, the legitimate interest assessment, the DPIA, the data protection impact assessment, and copy of original credit agreement. Is that how we spell agreement? No. Agreement. And everything else got all my data onto there. Yeah, got it onto there. Just put etc. etc. Let's see what it comes up with. So I'll just click the button there. Let's see what you say. Here is a subject access request to Cabot, requesting all relevant data. Let's see what it says. So there's your name and address, data protection officer, Cabot Credit Management. That's very good. I am writing to formally request access to all personal data you hold about me. See, when all personal data, very important that. So they can't turn around and say, well, you didn't ask for anything specific. We're asking for all personal data. Kind of covers everything, covers all. All right. In accordance with my rights under UK General Data Protection, GDPR, and the Data Protection Act 2018, this request includes, but is not limited to, that sounds good, the following: a copy of the executed deed of assignment. See, they knew what I meant. Look, see, that's good. Which confirms your legal right to collect the alleged debt. Legitimate interest assessment. Again, I only wrote that down, so that's good that they know what I wanted. That outlines the basis on which you deem it lawful to process my data in relation to the alleged debt. Data protection impact assessment, DPIA, demonstrating how you assess and mitigate risks associated with processing my personal data. They never do any of that, by the way. Right, so they never have it. So all of that would be a breach as well, by the way. All correspondence, including emails, letters, and notes or telephone conversations between myself and your organization. Any other personal data that you may hold about me, including but not limited to information obtained from credit reference agencies and other third parties, blah, blah, blah. That is not bad, you know. Under the GDPR, you are required to respond to this request within 1 month of receipt. Please provide the information in an accessible and understandable format. Should you fail to comply with this request, please be advised that I may consider further action, including but not limited to reporting this matter to the Information Commissioner's Office. All right. Okay, so that is not a bad one. I mean, I've got some very, very specific SARs that are in there, our classroom for, say, council tax, completely and utterly different. All right. Now, just bear in mind, we never challenge the council tax. We're actually doing something very, very specific under equity and GDPR and DPA. Okay, just so you know. So they're obviously very, very much more detailed than this. The same even with the debt ones for credit card debt, that type of thing. And the same, very, very different with the car parking charges as well. But that's not bad, you know, just for hardly giving it any information, you know. So what else would we say, or how would we actually get something on there? Right. Okay. Let's presume that we have sent all SAR process. So that would be SCR1, SCR2, letter before claim, intent to prosecute and estoppel. Estoppel with OI. So now we want to file a N1 claim under equity and data breaches. What shall we say? How do we do it? How do we do it? Let's see what it says. This will be interesting. So then, filing an N1 claim under equity and data breaches involves a formal process. Below is a general outline of the steps you should follow, along with a template for the N1 claim form. Very good. Steps to filing an N1. Prepare your claim. Clearly outline the basis of your claim, including specific breaches of data protection laws, equity principles, and other relevant grounds. Gather all supportive evidence, including any correspondence related to your SARs, LBC, and responses received from Cabot DSAR. Complete the N1 claim form. You can download the N1 claim form from HM Courts and Tribunal Service. Obtain it from your local court. Obviously, all very true. Fill out the form carefully, ensuring that you include all relevant details. Draft the particulars of claim. Absolutely perfectly, yes. This document details the specific facts of your case, the legal basis for your claim, and the relief you are seeking. This should be included with the N1. Highlight the breaches of the Data Protection Act 2018, GDPR, and any applicable FCA regulations, as well as the principles of equity that support your case. Submit your claim, file the M1 claim form, and particulars of claim at your local county court. You may do this online in person, pay the required fee. Okay, so, and then await your response. So that's not bad. And this is actually the claim form they're saying here. So introduction, the claimant is who is the claimant, the background of the claim, the claims. It's not bad. It's like, I mean, that is not like that far off on that one. Now we mentioned county court, so let just me ask as well. We are claiming data breach and unconscionable conduct. EJ, mouse is joining in. Relying on a document to enforce our debt, but refuse to provide said deed of assignment, we'll say. Non-compliance with GDPR replies. So should we file at BMPC rather than where has it gone? County court. Let's see what they say about that. So then, when dealing with claims related to data breaches and unconscionable conduct, the appropriate venue for your claim can significantly impact the proceedings. Here's a breakdown and the considerations of choosing between the business and property court and the county court. Okay, so it's going to give you considerations for filing at business and property court versus county. Nature of the claim. If your claim involves complex issues of equity, which it does, significant legal principles, which it does, or where the amount is in dispute is substantial, well, maybe not so. The BPC may be more appropriate. The court specializes in business and property law, which may lend itself to cases involving data breaches, which it definitely is, and the enforcement of rights under equity, and 100% that part, enforcements under equity. Okay, data protection and GDPR. Claims related to data breaches, especially those invoking the GDPR and the Data Protection Act 2018, can be nuanced and may benefit from the expertise found in the BMPC. 100%, right? They are experts at it. You do not want to go into county. This court is well versed in such matters and may provide a more robust framework for addressing the complexities of data protection law. Unconscionable conduct, definitely they act in an unconscionable manner, 100%. If your claim for unconscionable conduct is deeply entwined with equitable principles, then the BPC may provide a more suitable forum. So, and so on and so on. I'm not going to read all of that. There was just to give you an idea. So here, that chatbot is not far off, is it? You know, and the thing is, it will, because we've trained it, and we are going to continue training it, and we will be adding in more knowledge to it. It's only going to get better and better and better. But there it is for you, folks. So not bad whatsoever. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to come back into there. Okay, so there you've seen our private group, Checkmate the Matrix, and it's held on that platform called school.com. The facilities in there are getting better and better all the time. Very soon in our private group, we are going to be able to hold, Mouse is wanting to join in, we're going to be able to like host our own videos. So rather than this one, which is going through a separate host, then we have to upload it onto our Checkmate the Matrix group. We'll be able to hold it, what they call it, natively. So you'll be able to have our videos directly straight in, and it's them that's hosting it. So we're kind of hosting it ourselves after that to make it more private and more secure. And also very soon upcoming, what they're going to do is give the ability to do live streaming from Checkmate the Matrix itself, from the school.com platform. So when anybody is in our private group, instead of going on to YouTube or Zoom or StreamYard like this one is on, you'll be able to do it directly from school.com. So on our Checkmate the Matrix group, we'll be able to do live streaming of all our private meetings, which is every Thursday at 7:30. And, you know, everyone can get in that's in the group, and it's streamed live in there, and it'll be recorded live in there as well. I mean, how good is that? So that is much more coming up. And they're also going to be able to spread the actual levels of membership. So if people are going into like higher memberships where they need more specific and more advanced assistance, then they can go into, let's call it an inner circle. So we're going to have an inner circle, and they're going to have the ability where you don't have to have separate groups. Whereas before that, if you wanted that to be a higher level, you had to create a complete separate group. So it's a bit of a pain. Now they're going to be able to split the group in one. So this platform is just getting better and better all the time. Now we've got like the live chatbot on there, and that will enhance itself as well. So they will add in more. So eventually you'll be able to add documents into it, right? So if you get a debt letter, you add the debt letter into it, and it'll do a reply for you. That's coming. But now you can just copy and paste it in right now. That might be a pain, but you can at least do it. So, you know, that is all coming, and that is how it's actually progressing. So the great thing is as well, we actually have an affiliate program in there. It's run by school.com. What happens is we offer 50% commission on your own affiliate link. So when you join, you get an affiliate link straight away. So if you give it to like, what we do is we offer 50% commission. So that means if two of your friends come and join, it means you're free, right? And then if a third one joins, it means we're actually paying you to be a member, a gold member. So how good is that? So that is the affiliate side as well. That is all built into this school.com. It is an amazing platform, and it just gets bigger and bigger and better all the time. I actually know the people who run it, who started it, who manage it and own it. And one of them I've actually met over in Nashville in Tennessee when I was at a business conference for internet marketing and this actual type of software. There was a lot of software people there. The guy that I met was actually a gym owner, and that's why I sort of like was more interested in him at the time, because we were running our own gyms, still are, but like, you know, now we're also involved in this side on the actual software side, and he's gone huge on business side, software side, and that type of thing as well. So and they are really switched on. They are very clever people. And this platform is just getting better and better all the time. So it is a one-stop shop. You can get yourself involved in Checkmate the Matrix, and there is nothing else that you will need on there. It is a fantastic community, extremely positive. We don't accept any negativity whatsoever. Anybody with funny comics is gone in a split second. If people have got an opinion, then they can say whatever they want. I am not one of those that kick off, you don't argue with me, no matter what anyone says. But it's very, very positive. We don't accept any nastiness, negativity, biting back, or anything like that with bitching with each other. Nothing. All positivity, all helpful, and you can tell in the community. You can see it and you can feel it, how nice it is, how positive it is, and how helpful everybody is to each other. So what I'll do is I'll put the link in the description, and it's also, I think it's actually on one of the links as well for the actual the banner. But do that, get yourself along and try it out. You can even come in and have a try for free and see exactly what's what, and we'll take it from there. But for now, just wanted to show you the chatbot that we've added onto the actual group. So for now, you take care, and we will see you on the next video.